like you said, we really haven't played since the beginning of the season. So, it's not like some of these teams where we've played them a couple times and we're done for the season. What do Bolts fans need to know about this year's Boston Bruins? Like, a fan like me, I know the other geeky is having a heck of a season.
Star.
What is this team all about up in Boston this year? Like, what do Bolts fans need to look out for in this game, knowing that we don't know much about this team yet?
I love that question because honestly, especially heading into training camp, heading into the beginning of this season, the entire storyline around the Boston Bruins was like, all right, if we don't have a sexy roster, then we need to just be hard to play against. So it was like hard to play against. Then you had Cam Neely come out and say that he wanted a piss and vinegar roster. And the names, you know what I mean, that they pieced together heading into training camp reflected that. Okay, they might be agitators, they might be physical. This might just be one of those like teams that they can keep things low scoring, and then things completely flipped on their head once you got a month into the season and you realize actually there's depth scoring. You've got guys that are kind of getting a second wind to their NHL careers on this roster. So I feel like what teams underestimate so much about the Boston Bruins is like you think that because you don't have a big name outside of David Pastrnak that you don't have scorers, and that's not the case. Like when they get hot, they can put 4 to 6 goals up on a team, and they're not a team that can really be identified as from the goaltending out. I feel like it actually starts with whatever takes place through their top six now, and that's going to be the big difference from the first time the Lightning saw this team. Two defensemen that were playing in that game aren't even in anymore. One of them being on the younger side, one of them being injured. And then you've got a second line that has become their pillar, like probably the most consistent line for the Boston Bruins. And if there's anything that I learned from the Tampa Bay Lightning is that once you have that pillar line that you rely on, you can really kind of serve up different looks outside of that. Like growing up with the Lightning, it was that third line. That was their identity. And that's what other teams started to copy into their own identity. And like for the Bruins, it's their second line. They can be pretty lethal in terms of having a strong two-way game or always getting on the board when, things are really tight. And Marco Sturm being a first-year guy, he's not scared to shuffle up the lines. I mean, they had Pasta on the third line just to drive some of the younger kids. So I feel like they can be unpredictable, even though they're inconsistent. They still have more strengths than they're given quality credit for.